we've got this from Prime Timer. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of people saying that American Eagle has responded with an apology to the Sydney Sweeney ad. They didn't. It's a parody from Clickhole, and it's hilarious. And it's weird that anyone considers an apology. I got to be honest. The Clickhole joke is funny, but it's weird there's a backlash at all to a model wearing clothes. But sure. So here's what happens. There is an apology that's gone viral. It's not real. I'm going to read it for you, and I'm going to gently massage the language for those that are having family in the room. So this is going around, and I saw people saying this is real. It's not real. It's not real. Okay. For those that aren't familiar with the context, Sydney Sweeney has great genes is the ad campaign, and they show her boobs, and she smacks her butt, and there's a bunch of these, and woke lefties are like, this is Nazi propaganda. Genes? That's eugenics. So Clickhole made this. It says, we hear you. Our Sydney Sweeney has great genes campaign missed the mark. Our intention was purely to inspire you to images of Sydney Sweeney wearing our clothes. We had no ulterior purpose or message to convey beyond get yourself off on these close-up shots of Sydney Sweeney's body in tight-fitting denim. That's it. That people viewed our ad as promoting eugenics and not as sexual fodder they could think about while pleasuring themselves in the shower or wherever they to images of buxom women like Sydney Sweeney breaks our heart. Perhaps our messaging could have been clearer. Maybe a more literal slogan such as Sydney Sweeney has great breasts and buttocks for you to would have spared our brand all this trouble. It's too late to know. All we can do now is officially condemn any and all ideologies that endorse eugenics and promise to do better. What I think is funny about this is that Clickhole, I believe, was like BuzzFeed company or something like that. These companies, like Clickhole, was woke. This is part of that woke media industrial complex. And when you look what's going on with South Park, they're all abandoning it as fast as they can. They're now getting on the edgy and offensive comedy as quickly as they can and trying to return to literal humor over this.
I just put something in the Slack from TMZ about this.
The words you should use is pulling your noodle. I believe that is YouTube, acceptable.
Apparently, the Naked Gun, the new Naked Gun, is really good, and the comedy is actually really, really good.
So Phil, we have an update. Phil just sent me this. American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney, vast majority like her genes. Social media isn't real life. So they're saying TMZ wrongly attributed the information to an AE spokesperson. We reached out to AE. They had no comment. So I guess they ran this fake apology?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
They ran the Clickhole apology?
TMZ is usually on top of these things.
Wow.
Dang.
Really?
Yeah.
And they went with that. Okay.
I do think that it's worth noting American Eagle has not come out with an apology.
Yeah.
No, they didn't run the Clickhole one. They just ran a different statement.
Oh,
okay.
And they misattributed it. It says the bottom line is this was about creating a great pair of jeans and supporting a very worthy cause. Through some of the proceeds going to domestic violence prevention. Anything beyond that is noise. So who actually said this?
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, whoever said it, it's
TMZ was running it, so that's why I shared it because it related. But like I said, I think it's worth noting that, we talked about Jolie Swoll today on PCC.
That's what he should have done. He should have wrote a fake apology.
Yeah. We talked about him and how he, was very quick to come out and say, oh, hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, the leftists attacked him with renewed vigor because that's what they do as soon as
you admitted
apologize.
that you were wrong.
And so it's good that, American Eagle hasn't said anything. And it seems like they're not going to. I imagine that they probably have more in this marketing campaign to come. Not that I don't know that it will definitely be Sydney Sweeney, but I imagine more is going to come from this campaign. And I can't wait to see it. I hope that people have more meltdowns.
Well, it's free publicity for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough.
Yeah, people are upset about our genes, but
5 years ago that wasn't enough, though. Like 5 years ago, people would,
cancel you.
Yeah, even the company would then come out and tuck their tail between the legs and give some type of apology that didn't need to be done, because when these companies do capitulate, it ends up being worse for them. That's what happened to all of these fashion brands that ended up putting ugly models on their ad campaigns, and then they all ended up, if not folding, they ended up losing huge market share.
Really? It used to be so demoralizing walking through a mall.
Yeah, I mean, still,
Yes.
you still kind of have to go into a fugue state to walk through a mall, but
what are we doing? It's like a Costco when you're looking around. I mean, what are we doing here?
They have those stores, Torrid.
Yeah.
Which what does that mean? Horrid and terrible? I'm not joking. I'm torrid is like
torrid?
terrible and horrible.
Sounds like something
Horrid.
I'd come up with.
And it's
to
for
blend
fat
words.
women. Yeah.
Parched with the heat of the sun, intensely hot, scorching, burning, passionate, ardent.
I thought it was terrible and horrible all at once.
It's not.
Well,
what-
That's the
Just
feeling
that
I get.
one with the fat models.
Well, the thing is most of those
Bryant.
fat acceptance models are, passing away.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's really funny is my wife was telling me this because she is slim, and she's like, I wear the same size every time, and so she had a pair of clothes for a while, and she was like, I really like these jeans, I'm going to order them again. She ordered the same size, they were massive. What the company did was, because women's sizes are not uniform, it's just like a 6, a 7, an 8. They increased the size but kept the number the same because women are getting fatter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's
so
like
the prediction was a woman who was, like a 0 last year is going to be a 1, and she's going to get really angry if she orders a 0 and don't fit. So just make zeros bigger, but keep calling them zeros.
It really does speak about like the temperament of men and women, because women's sizes are, were you going to say the
have
same
you
thing?
ever-
Like the women's sizes are like just random. It could double zero might be
wanna
small.
be
but if
lied
you
to.
go, yeah, they want to be lied to. Whereas men, if you have a 34-inch waist, it is 34 inches because that's the kind of thing that men would expect.
You gotta-
34 inches makes
So
sense.
you're talking about the algebra woman sizing?
yeah,
And then you got to go to the big and tall section.
it's
not
like
just
AB
algebra.
squared minus C.
It's like quantum mechanics, because who effing
Comedy
knows?
gold.
And that's before you get into
Steal
like
that one.
European sizing,
Yeah,
which is
right.
of course because they're smaller than Americans. But
I am extra
for-
large.
No, but like for me, like so everybody who watches PCC knows like I have my long shirts, but like I have specific brands that I buy, and there was a point where I found these ones that I really really liked, and I bought it in black, and then like fit really really well. Bought 2 more, and by the time the company had grown and the cut of the shirt had changed, the sizing had changed. It was nothing like the one that I bought before, but all they had to do was just tell me like it was a different size. I would have just bought the different size.
It's true though, but like, European sizing is actually different, because I bought a pair of shorts that were from Europe, and there was my normal 30-inch waist, and they don't fit right.
A lot of
Yep.
the skate companies that I used to skate for used to brand in Europe, and all of you'd have to buy, like if you wore a large, you had to buy an XL. If you wore an XL, you had to buy a 2XL. And they didn't even make ones bigger than that because there were no Europeans that fat.
Ridiculous.
They haven't invented it. Yeah, like some of these brands like lean into it. Like you go like a Tommy Bahama, and they're like, "Here's the fat slob section."
You know what's really
it's XL. Okay.
one that's really funny is a lot of people talk about how Americans are so fat, but having traveled the world, you guys see the portions are tiny in most places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In America, it's just like, man, I go to breakfast and I can't believe the plate that I'm given. And it's you order a waffle and it's the size of the whole plate.
Yeah. You go to France, it's like, yeah, I'll have the full breakfast, and they bring out like a croissant and a cigarette. And you're like,
You could watch like a lot of videos on YouTube where Europeans actually come to America and freak out of all the food and the portions.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's
Americans are large.
And it is true, our food is filled with a ton of chemicals, but like people will travel to Europe and be like, I ate whatever I wanted and I still lost weight. I was like, because your portions were like a quarter of the size and you walked everywhere. Like, of course you're going to lose weight.
That's probably a big part of it too. Is this whatever city you're in, you're walking to get everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not driving.
I think the reason Americans are getting fat is because of the internet. There were a lot of people that thought it was like, high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, and chemicals. And I think it's the internet. People don't go out anymore.
Well, it could be a combination.
But I think while the chemicals are bad, there are a lot of people who are not fat who eat garbage food. So I certainly think it does contribute, but people don't go outside anymore. So you used to have to walk places. When I was a kid, if I wanted to do anything, we had the internet too, but the internet was on a computer, and so you either had to stay home all day, which sucked, and we had dial-up. So it's like
that was
We didn't have
glorious.
social media as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we had AIM. We had AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
And so you would see who was online. You'd have this big list of people. But we went out and did stuff. So I'd get my skateboard, and to go to the park, it was 3 or 4 miles. Like an hour and a half to get there, skating the whole way. And then I'd get there and I'd be super like, oh, I'm hungry. And you'd go to 7-Eleven and I'd get taquitos and Milo. You guys know what Milo is?
Yeah.
That like energy chocolate milk from Mexico or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Even before like I came to work here where I was living in Minnesota, I did not have a car, so I walked or biked to get everywhere, and I was skating 7 days a week, and I had the same crappy diet then and was quite a bit smaller just because you were walking at least 2 to 3 miles every day on top of skating. And then at the same time, I was like, now I go out and skate. I'm like, why am I so sore when I start? I'm like, oh, it's because I didn't just walk a mile to get here and stretch my legs. But even in the summer, my weight fluctuates by at least 10 pounds because I'm getting out way more in the summer in the heat and actually sweating through it.
Everything's at your fingertips. You want food, groceries. Yo, I go on DoorDash. And I'll be like, I'm going to get some chicken wings. And I press enter. And then it's like, they will come. And then it asks me if I need toilet paper. It's like, hey, by the way, your driver can stop at 7-Eleven, pick up toilet paper, toothbrush, whatever you need. And I'm
Probably
like,
started that with Taco Bell.
If you're eating real hot wings, you might need that toilet paper.
That's
Or
right.
You might have to wipe your backside with ice cream.
You order Burger King, they're
depending
like,
on
do you
the-
want some Celsius just to forget this?
I ordered Chuck E. Cheese pizza off DoorDash once.
That's
What?
That's gonna put you on a list.
One time I ordered a crumble cookie off of DoorDash. I've never spent so much money on cookies in my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
I was like, I'm not going
tell
to
you
the
the
Chuck E.
secret.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Most people, I think a lot of people know this, but we were ordering from a local restaurant here for work. I was like, I'm going to get burgers and salads and, appetizers, and we're going to do a big order. We do it periodically. Sometimes every Friday we order stuff. But I was in this big order from a local restaurant, and the order was like $400 because, we got a ton of employees here, and there's like 10 cheeseburgers, fries, 10 apps. And when I went to press confirm the order, it said the restaurant was closed, which they are not. And so I couldn't do anything. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll call the restaurant. And I said, hey, DoorDash says you're closed. And they're like, we're open. I said, can we do a delivery? I said, sure. I was like, well, I can't submit this because it says you're closed. And she's like, read me your order. And I did. It was $200.
Wow.
All delivery fees and surcharges.
Well, it's like you order a cheeseburger direct from the restaurant and it's $10, or 13 to 14 bucks because it's like a restaurant burger. You order on DoorDash, it's 20.
They're calling it post DoorDash clarity when you realize you dropped $30. You just have like a self crisis. What have I done?
Yes.
It's okay. Taco Bell's worth it.
Yeah, it's true.
I like
Crumble cookie is.
I like Del
Crumble?
Taco.
Oh God, they're so.
What about it?
They're delicious cookies.
It's just their cookies.
10,000
awesome.
calories.
Yeah,
per
they're
cookie.
well. The big ones are like 790 a piece, and then the small ones are actually only 190 a piece. So if you get 3 of the small ones,
Yo, America, you don't need the cookies.
And everyone, when you go into a crumble, everyone there looks like they're like cheating. Like you see, like they're cheating.
They're
on their
looking
spouse.
around.
They're like trying to keep their head down and stuff.
Have you guys
it's like really sad.
Have you guys ever been to Sweet Frog?
No.
Oh, I am we regularly go to Sweet Frog.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I just gotta admit, the smallest cup is what, like a pint?
Yeah, but you don't have to fill it up. That's the like.
Right, but come
You're
on.
like your
Come
brain
on.
tricks you into thinking you have to fill it up past the
That's
top of
the
the
point.
thing. No.
It should be
The
like,
price is different depending on how much it weighs. So actually putting less in saves you money too.
Oh.
dude, it's crazy because I can respect this to a certain degree, but every time you go to an ice cream place, at least out here, I'll say, I'll have a scoop of chocolate peanut butter. And they give me like 3 scoops jammed into this thing, like bulging. And I'm like, I am not going to eat that. I just wanted a little bit of ice cream. I'm not eating a pint of Ben & Jerry's right now, dude. It's not happening.
They would rather be yelled at by you than somebody who's like, this isn't enough.
I mean, they're being nice, but like, yo, America, it's crazy, legit. Like 2 scoops. I went to Ben & Jerry's and I was like, I'll get the 2 scoop. It was a pint.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this is like 1,000,
Getting crazy.
like 1,200 calories and like 300 carbs.
The
I'm not eating
31
it.
flavors does that as well.
And people love it.
Do you remember the Froyo hustle back in
yeah.
the day when everyone and you'd fill up the thing and then you'd get to the toppings and it'd be like, oh yeah, I guess I'll put beef jerky on my ice
That's
cream.
Sweet Frog.
Yeah, and then you get there and it's like $35 because they're like,
That's Sweet Frog. You get a little cup. They got all the things.
Yeah.
All the different flavors. And then
Cake batter, batter fro.
yeah, and you're just
and then they've got this big old tray full of everything you can imagine.
yeah, like I'll put dog
once-
treats on it, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't even put yogurt in one time. I just was like, give me
toppings?
yeah, it was like Snickers bars, Reese's, whipped cream and caramel. And I was like,
Twix.
I just want the candy.
It's like, sir, how do you want to
And they were
finance
like,
this? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I go through the whole thing, and because I don't put any syrup on it, I'm like, I'm saving myself so much weight gain if I just don't put any syrup on top.
Wasn't it Klarna that was the finance your food
Yeah.
app? Yeah, Klarna.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
We're gonna repossess that burrito. What are you gonna do?
I mean,
Come on,
no,
come
I
at
mean,
me, bro.
When people talk about late stage capitalism, and then I hear about Klarna, I'm like, maybe, like I don't know if late stage capitalism is actually a thing, but if people are financing their burgers, maybe that's what
I've gotten those before. I can't remember what app it's on, but it's like pay for your meal in 4
installments?
Yeah. I'm not
Oh
joking.
my
It's like
God.
4 easy installments of $6.99. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How do you
Like,
what?
fleeing to Colombia because like Long John Silver's is on their tail.
Could you imagine like you're about to get arrested? I'm arrested. You're about to get married. You know, maybe there's some overlap there. About to get married, and your wife's like, you know, is there any like, hey, honey, before we get married, I want to let you know that I hope this doesn't change anything, but I do have a lot of debt. She'd be like, you do? And be like, yeah, and if you're going to marry me, this would cause issues, but I thought it was important that I let you know. What's the debt from? I was financing burritos from Taco Bell. A lot.
Long John Silver's is after
There's a
you.
guy.
What? I've got $3,000 in debt on back pay plus interest for all of the burritos I was ordering every day.
There's a
Burrito debt.
guy.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.